Hello and welcome, my lovely Scorpio. Scorpio, your card in tarot is the Death card. It is mourning the loss of our old selves. I don't feel Scorpio struggles with this. We are still in Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. Very intimate, very deep, very passionate one-on-one. A lot of self. Very deep, very deep. All right. Me being the Queen of Clovers, my readings tend to focus on life, craft, action, nurturing ourselves and others, and using our will for the highest good and calling with unconditional love and gratitude. And that is why I thank you, my loves, for all your lovely likes, subscribes, shares, comments, your donations. Almost all my cards are from donations from you lovely, lovely viewers. And definitely your personal readings have been inspirational beyond belief. And that's why I listened to you, and I knew that you needed some happy cards. So I'm going to pull some happy cards to start the reading with these, my favorite new deck. It's a weird deck because it's probably a cheapy kids deck, but it's just so happy I had to get it. It just called to me. They say the decks are going to call to you. This one did. All right, Scorpio, what do you need to know to start out this? Ooh, I've lost all my cards there. Boy, you got a lot to say, Scorpio. I feel like you're going through this change. Like, I don't know what the big complaint is. Remember, Mercury retrograde is very in Leo over the summer. Monstrous, right? Very public. This is all internal. This is totally your insides moving over it. Deep, deep. And actively so because of the Mars. Scorpio's ruled by Mars. All right, Three of Diamonds. That is the work card. That is the CEO, the corporation card. And then we have the Five of Diamonds, which is a lack card. Work is not doing very well for you right now, but you're almost there. It's almost like the Nine of Wands can be very defensive, but more importantly, it is, I've been through this shit. I've suffered through it. You've been through the paces. You've made the coffee. You've been through the internship. You have one major push before you get there, before you're out of this energy of lack and of imbalance with the Five of Diamonds, before your work really, before corp really sets you up and you're all the way in there. You are so close. Just keep going. Scorpio, that's really good. All right, Scorpio, this is your weekly intuitive energy and card reading for the week of November 4th through 10th, 2019. Remember, time is merely a pretense. These could be past, present, or future energies and or lessons. This is a general reading also for my Scorpios, meaning sun, moon, house, rising positions. Cross watchers welcome, but it is still general reading and will not apply to all. So as we move through this Mercury retrograde, I feel like Scorpios have the strength of star energy in ways that I've never understood. You just pull on the moon, and it's probably your water, the moon energy, anything in the sky you love, and you energize yourselves from it. You just know how to harness it. So what we also have is we're moving out of Venus in Scorpio, all that intimate one-on-one kind of thing, or even self, one-on-one with self kind of energy, to that centaur, bouncy, social, exciting kind of energy, getting us all geared up to want to see each other during the holidays and want to socialize in parties and groups during the holidays, even if it is out of our character. The sky is preparing us for that with this Venus and Sagittarius. But remember, Venus and Sagittarius, that centaur Sagittarius, they can be a little skittish and run away from things. Never run away from anything in Mercury retrograde, because it'll smack you in the head like a frying pan. All right, Spirit, what do my lovely Scorpios need to know this week? All right, I have for you the Prince of Wands, fire sign, Gemini, Libra, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Ooh, right next, you could have an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in your energy. This is also in and out energy. It's like come and go kind of energy. It's not really bothering you. It's making you quite happy. Oh my gosh. You pulled your card. That is the Death card in the upright. This is you going through. You're going to accept this happiness. You're working on it. The Prince of Wands kind of makes me feel like you're happy about it, but you're not Nine of Wandsing it. You're not fully engaging and fully attacking to the last battle and the last push. for this happiness. It feels more like you're dabbling instead of mastery. So you need to stay with something. And this Princess of Wands... Sorry, I'm fighting a little cough. Big cough, actually. This Princess of Wands is news. Passionate news. Exciting news. News that should fire you up, but you're not going to let it bother you. It's just change for you. You're not going to let it take you down, is what it's telling me. You're just going to accept it, and it's going to energize you, empower you. It's going to burn you up and make you new and whole again. This news would have tripped up somebody else, though. A non-Scorpio would have taken this news and hung themselves. Spirit, that's dark. Sometimes the things I say are direct from Spirit, and they are dark. But Scorpio should understand that there's a little dark emo feel to Scorpio sometimes. And that is why you are the Death card, and that is why you're just going to accept this change and move on. You're just going to move through it. It is going to be fiery. It's going to be like Mars. It's going to be very active, or it's going to burn a little. But whatever it is, you need to change towards mastery. This is an effort towards mastery. Your energy is one towards mastery, and that Nine of Wands, that big final push, as opposed to dabbling, which you may have been dabbling for a little bit with something, but this is you jumping in full force. It's making you very happy, too. It brought you the Nine of Cups, for goodness sake. Let's see what energy is going to hit you during this week. Oh, too many cards, Spirit. I have the sniffles, Spirit. Please slow your roll. I'm still finishing my weekly reading, so I'm very proud of that, you guys. And this reading is turning out very nicely. It's my second to last one for the weekend, for the week upcoming. Ugh, lots of cards. Because these are going to be result cards, that's why. I see. All right. Calm down, Spirit. All right. This actually goes there. Seven of Cups. Options. You have some options. Now that you've been putting you're not going to celebrate. And the reason you're not going to sell it, you have an opportunity here. You have some options opening up for you. It's probably because you're moving from dabbling to mastery. You may have had the change you went through your fire change, through your Death card. Standing in your power, no surprise there. A lot of moons on your cards. Moon and fire, by the way, which would be Mars and Scorpio. You just in your element so much here. You have options opening up for you. You're not going to celebrate because the options opening up for you are coming by virtue of the Wheel of Fortune, by chance. This is like an adult gets chicken pox and you get to step in their place as like the understudy or something, and people are like, oh my God, why weren't you number one to begin with? Who knows? But it's like it's kind of strange example, but Spirit brought it up, the chicken pox thing. I thought that was bizarre, but this is like, you, even though it is somebody's like maybe misfortune, maybe not a terrible misfortune, it's going to be a fortune for you. You're going to step in, and as you take on that role of mastery as opposed to dabbling, as I said, that's your kind of like the energy you're going into this week. Mastery, not dabbling. You realize maybe that you've been dabbling and you're going into that mastery. It's going to open up, the energy is going to, somebody else who's going to have to step back, it's going to open up the energy for you to step forward, and it's going to be really cool, actually. If you're an understudy for anything right now, you're probably going to take the show. All right, so the result cards for the week: completion, Four of Wands, Two of Cups, Love in reverse. Yeah, you're not focused. Six of Swords. Yeah. This is about, how do I say this? It's there's a lot more you're not doing here than you are doing. The Seven of Pence, it looks like failure, but it's not, because what happens here is you're completing something. You're ending failure. You're ending the failure. You might not be focusing on love enough. Be careful if you have somebody. Remember, this is a lot of water and fire, a lot of Mars and Scorpio energy, which Scorpio is ruled by Mars. That's why there's so much fire and water in this reading. And it's so obvious that you're just in your element. But don't forget the ones you love. You might forget the ones you love, even though things are going really well with the Four of Wands. That is a celebration. It's a reason to celebrate. It could even be the marriage card or spouse card. Keep an eye on them, because they are going to speak up and say something that you aren't going to like. And you're going to have to come say, I am abandoning failure. We're coming into success. When you do the Seven of Pence, it is actually an inventory card. You're going to have to explain yourself to your spouse or somebody else that you love, that you really do care about. It could even be a child, whatever it is. But you're going to have to explain your strategy. I don't think you're ready for it. I don't think you've really written it down. You need to really write down your strategy and your plans because, yeah, somebody wants an explanation because they miss you. And that's how well you're doing. Sometimes when you do really, really well, it becomes obvious only because of the defects at home. You're just so tired at work, after work kind of thing. Things are just going that well. Let's get some advice from Spirit. Oh, Spirit, don't throw down cards like that. It just doesn't seem honest. It's hard because I'm in the car, you know. It's probably not their fault. One more card. Thank you. Okay. The Hangman. Yeah, no surprise there. All right. You're coming out of disappointment. You're coming out of a period of inactivity, a period of overthinking, and you're coming out of Five of Cups, disappointment. Do you know why? Spirit says, jump on that shit because I just pulled the Magician for you, which is the manifestation card. You are able to manifest anything you say. Anything you dream of right now. You are that fired up. Your reading literally has mostly just fire and water cards. This is advice from Spirit, and it's just saying you all the other cards are pretty much in reverse that say this is not what's happening right now, that you might find as a defect. But don't worry because you're going to be manifesting like a mother cracker. That's actually a really great way to end this reading, but I'm still going to pull cards for love for you, my Scorpio. Because of the fact that I can pretty much tell you what the advice from Spirit for love is, that you need to get your plan in order. Whatever you're working on, you need to be able to say it just to be able to manifest it, because whatever you say will manifest when you pull the Magician card. But also you're going to need to explain it to somebody that loves you very much, that is kind of holding off on something, or they're waiting for you for something. It's somebody you love. It's a family member or lover that is like, what the fuck are you up to? And you're going to want to be able to answer them honestly. And so that they... wow, these are good cards, buddy. That's you, my love. Your public victory is a sorrow to somebody you love. That's you, King of Cups. Six of Wands is a public victory. You are going to come into a win that's going to break somebody's heart. This is your love reading. You are going to have to withhold love for just a short bit. But it's going to Ten of Cups. You're going to end that withholding. You're going to have to end that overwork. But it's coming. You're going to hit mastery, and you're not going to have to work so hard anymore to get the same results. So, Four of Diamonds is withholding value. But in withholding this value, in working on and in channeling all your energy and your value into your work, into this mastery, into this manifestation situation that you're heading to, you're going to end the way you love. Because you're probably going to start a new way. I mean, you're in your fucking power, Scorpio. I can't even say it even better. That's how good things are for you. Yep. Balancing. Yeah, you're going to have to, that's balancing your emotions. And the reason you're going to want to balance your emotions and put a big effort on that is because somebody's going to attack you. Because they see this ending coming with Ten of Cups. It's not a breakup. It's a change in the way you Ten of Cups your life. Because of the fact that you had to withhold resources in order to achieve something physically in the 3D. So you can have a good life together. Seriously, a motorcycle just passed by. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Okay, but yeah, you're going to have to balance your emotions, and because you're going to work on it. You're going to jump to this, and I'll tell you what you're going to jump to. You're going to release your defenses, or this is actually advice from Spirit, I'm sorry. Balance your emotions. Get ready to tell your love, your sweetheart, whoever you care about, how much you love them without fighting with them, and not be defensive. Because you're about to have a give and take relationship with this person. And not be defensive. Don't be defensive. They do love you. They're just afraid because they see you pulling away. You need to reassure them that you're not walking away you're not walking away from them. You're just working that fucking hard right now because that's how successful you're being. And now you can have a give and take relationship. It almost feels like either boy or girl, I don't care about the genders, neither does spirit, that maybe you didn't have the money before. Like, the other person always paid. And it did make you defensive. And it did make you feel a little less than. But that's not going to happen anymore. It's going to be a whole change in the way you're wooing and loving your partners or the people around you. And it's a ooey gooey feeling, Scorpio. You haven't felt this way in a while. And mostly because it's a resource thing. Suddenly, and not a physical resource thing, my loves. This is about the resources within yourself to give to other people, because you don't have to work so hard on something to like get something going, because you're hitting a level of mastery as opposed to dabbling or as opposed to like trying to break in. It's going to change the way you love everyone and your resources within yourself to give, and it's actually kind of beautiful. All right, my Scorpios, I hope you felt that, because I did. This is your reading, 100% Mars and water everywhere. All right, please, thank you for sharing energy with me. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. If you'd like to book a personal reading or connect with me personally, email me at qclovers1111@gmail.com. And of course, have a very good week, my lovely Scorpios.